You have a routine. You wake up at the same time. You follow the same steps. You work the same hours. You think that's discipline. But what if your routine is the reason you're not moving forward? Not because you're inconsistent, but because you built a routine designed to feel productive, not to build wealth. And there's a difference most people never see. The system doesn't punish bad routines. It just rewards different ones. And most people never notice which type they're running. There are two kinds of routines: comfort routines and wealth routines. Comfort routines are designed to minimize stress, to keep your day predictable, to make you feel accomplished by the end of it. You wake up, check your phone, get ready. You commute the same way every day. You arrive at work and open the same programs. You attend meetings, answer emails, complete tasks. You go home, relax the same way, sleep. It's structured. It feels productive. But nothing in that structure creates leverage. Wealth routines look different. They're not about feeling productive. They're about building something that compounds. Someone with a wealth routine asks a different question every day. What did I do today that I can sell tomorrow? Not work harder. Not stay later. Sell. Because wealth doesn't come from effort. It comes from systems that produce value when you're not there. And most routines don't build systems. They just organize time. Here's what the system does quietly. It rewards people who own things, not people who do things. You can work 60 hours a week and still be running a comfort routine. Because if those 60 hours don't create equity, systems, or transferable skills, you're just working hard inside a box. The box might be a job. It might be a business that stops when you stop. It might be freelance work that resets every month. But it's still a box. And your routine keeps you in it. The system doesn't care how hard you work. It cares what position you built while you were working. Most people build nothing. They trade time for money. And the moment they stop trading, the money stops. That's not wealth. That's a treadmill with better lighting. Let me show you how this plays out in habit loops. You finish work. You're tired. You tell yourself you earned rest. And you did. So you relax. You watch something. You scroll. You recharge. That's the comfort loop. Work, rest, repeat. And it feels right. It feels balanced. But while you're resting, someone else is writing. Someone else is building a product. Someone else is recording something they'll sell next year. Not because they're more disciplined, but because their routine has a different incentive structure. Comfort routines reward how you feel today. Wealth routines reward what you own in 3 years. And most people can't tolerate that gap. Here's the part that's hard to accept. False effort looks identical to real effort. You can be busy all day and build nothing. You can work hard, stay late, optimize your calendar, and still end up in the same place 5 years from now. Because effort without ownership is just expensive time. Let me give you an example. 2 people. Same job. Same income. Same city. Person A wakes up early, works hard, saves 10%, invests a little. Stays disciplined. Stays consistent. Person B does the same thing. But they also spend 2 hours a week building something they own. A template. A guide. A small product. After 1 year, the difference is invisible. Person B made maybe a few $100s from their side project. Nothing life-changing. After 3 years, Person B has a second income stream. Small. Maybe $500 a month. Still not enough to quit. After 5 years, Person B has options. They can leave their job if they want. They can take risks. They can say no to things. Person A is still disciplined. Still saving. Still stable. But still completely dependent on their job. Same routine. Same box. Same ceiling. And here's what makes this painful. Person A worked just as hard. Maybe harder. But they worked inside a system that paid them for time, not ownership. And no amount of discipline fixes that. You can't routine your way into wealth if the routine itself is capped. The incentives are wrong. Comfort routines reward showing up. Wealth routines reward building systems. And most people never switch. Because switching requires uncertainty. It requires doing something before you know if it works. It requires weeks where you don't feel productive. And comfort routines can't handle that. They need immediate feedback. They need to feel useful today. Wealth routines don't care about today. They care about what compounds over time. Let me show you what happens financially if nothing changes. Someone makes $70,000 a year. They save 10%. $7,000 a year. Over 10 years, that's $70,000 saved. Maybe 80 or 90 with compound interest. That's good. That's real discipline. But now imagine they spent just 2 hours a week building a small digital product. Something simple. A template, a guide, a course. Sells for $30. If they sell 10 a month, that's $300. $3,600 a year. Over 10 years, that's $36,000 in revenue. But it's not the same as saving $36,000. Because the product keeps selling. Even after 10 years. So now they have $70,000 saved, plus a product generating passive income. And that product can grow. They can make a second one. A third. Suddenly the gap isn't linear. It's exponential. And the only difference was 2 hours a week. 2 hours most people spend scrolling. Mentally, here's what happens. After 5 years of a comfort routine, you feel stuck. But you can't explain why. You did everything right. You worked hard. You stayed consistent. You saved money. But nothing changed. You're in the same position. Same income bracket. Same stress level. Same lack of options. And you start to think maybe this is just how it is. Maybe some people get ahead and some don't. Maybe you're not built for it. But that's not what happened. What happened is you optimized the wrong system. You made your comfort routine more efficient. You woke up earlier. You worked harder. You got better at your job. But your job was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to keep you stable. And stability is not the same as growth. After 10 years, the gap becomes obvious. Person A is still working. Still saving. Still hoping things will change. Person B has options. Not because they worked harder. But because they spent a small amount of time building things they owned. And ownership is the only thing that creates freedom. Not effort. Not discipline. Ownership. Most people won't change this. They'll keep the same routine. They'll wake up early, work hard, stay consistent. They'll do everything the productivity gurus told them to do. And in 10 years, they'll still be in the same place. Not because they failed. But because they succeeded at the wrong game. They built a perfect comfort routine. And comfort routines don't create wealth. They create the illusion of progress. Here's what I think about sometimes. Most people who stay poor aren't lazy. They're incredibly disciplined. They have routines. They show up on time. They work hard. They follow all the advice. But their routines were designed by someone else. Their job designed their schedule. Their commute designed their energy. Their bills designed their risk tolerance. And they never stopped to ask if the routine itself was the problem. They just optimized it. Made it smoother. More efficient. But efficiency inside the wrong system just gets you to the wrong place faster. So if you're sitting here wondering why nothing's changed, even though you've been disciplined, even though you wake up early and work hard, maybe it's not about effort. Maybe your routine is protecting comfort instead of building leverage. And the system doesn't punish that. It just quietly sorts you into a different outcome. One where you work forever. Because comfort routines keep you alive. But wealth routines buy you time. And time is the only thing you can't get back. Most people realize this too late. Not because they're stupid. But because the difference is so quiet. You don't feel it day to day. You only see it years later. When someone else has options and you don't. And by then, the routine is so deep, it feels like who you are. But it's not who you are. It's just what you built. And you can build different.